what we hold in the gut, the emotional and physical consequences of stagnation. I'm Ben Ufana, and running on just a few hours sleep. I'm flying out before too long, leaving the country for about a month, and so I'm on a deadline. I have to get a lot of work done. As so many academics and journalists who are presenting really in-depth material, I too will be reading from the article that I'm just completing here because there's so much I want to make sure to include. So if I happen to be a little spacey from a lack of sleep, bear with me. But anyway, let's dive into it. So abdominal fat is endemic. We see it everywhere. While diet plays a major role, pasta, bread, refined sugar, fried foods, sweetened beverages, meats full of fillers, preservatives, and other additives, dairy-heavy meals, and other highly processed, chemically laden foods, there's often much more going on beneath the surface. Most people carry a backlog of unprocessed stress and emotion in their bodies, especially in the gut. In many cases, the abdomen becomes hard, distended, and holds on to substantial amounts of additional weight. They're carrying an enormous burden in their belly. Some avoid, dissociate from, and even reject this part of their body, often feeling a deep sense of shame or discomfort. Our gut, this entire abdominal region, isn't just about digestion. It's one of the primary places where we store unprocessed emotion, trauma, and stress. When we've gone through difficult or overwhelming experiences, especially ones we didn't have the support or capacity to fully feel at the time, much of the stress and emotion we weren't able to digest ends up accumulating in the gut. For some, it becomes a kind of toxic waste dump. When the abdomen becomes hard, tense, or heavy, it's often a reflection of everything we've been carrying, emotionally and energetically. The gut is the foundation of your being and is deeply connected to your sense of safety, instinct, boundaries, and presence. And when this area is shut down or off limits, it becomes harder to feel grounded in your body or to let go of what's keeping you stuck. What many fail to understand is that what they're holding in the abdomen is significant, not just physically, but emotionally and energetically. Yet, for those willing to explore this part of themselves, it can open doors to transformation, accelerating healing, while increasing awareness and presence. Modern science is now catching up to what many traditional cultures have known all along. The gut functions as a second brain. Ancient healing systems like Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine have long understood the link between gut health and emotional balance in overall well-being. Even Hippocrates, often referred to as the father of Western medicine, is said to have claimed that all disease begins in the gut. The gut contains over 100 million neurons, more than the spinal cord, and plays a crucial role in regulating mood, immune response, hormone production, and inflammation. When the gut becomes stagnant or overloaded, it begins to impact every major system in the body. When someone holds a large amount of unprocessed emotion and physical toxicity in the gut, we often see chronic tension in the abdominal wall, especially in muscles like the psoas, the diaphragm, and transverse abdominis. Reduced motility, slowing digestion, and peristalsis, the muscular waves that move food and waste through the intestines. Lymphatic congestion around the small intestines, leading to an accumulation of toxin and waste. And a hard, distended abdomen, often resulting from inflammation, poor elimination, visceral fat, and energetic holding patterns. When digestion slows, food sits in the gut for longer periods of time, leading to fermentation, bloating, and gas. This stagnant environment becomes a breeding ground for harmful bacteria, candida, and parasites, many of which release toxins into the bloodstream. These toxins irritate and inflame the gut lining, eventually causing increased intestinal permeability, or what many refer to as leaky gut. Undigested proteins and microbial toxins also begin to seep into the bloodstream, triggering immune overactivation and a host of other symptoms, such as food sensitivities, joint pain, skin issues, and brain fog among them. The liver, already burdened by the demands of modern life, becomes overwhelmed trying to filter the toxic blood returning from the gut. And when it can't keep up, these toxins recirculate, impacting brain function, clarity, and mood. It becomes a toxic loop, gut to liver to brain. Abdominal weight gain isn't always just fat, it's often visceral fat, which is metabolically active. This fat secretes inflammatory cytokines that wreak havoc on the endocrine system, contributing to insulin resistance, estrogen dominance, and a sluggish thyroid. When the gut is stagnant, it also disrupts the vagus nerve, the primary communication pathway between the gut and the brain. As vagal tone weakens, the nervous system becomes dysregulated. This impacts everything from mood and sleep to our ability to manage stress and return to a state of calm and balance. Beyond the physical, when the gut is shut down, a person may struggle to feel or digest their emotions, remain stuck in survival states, fight, flight, or freeze, experience chronic fatigue or emotional flatness, or feel disconnected from their instinct, intuition, and inner truth, because the gut is one of the primary channels through which the inner voice speaks. Clearing stagnation and restoring vitality to our gut can lead to dramatic changes in every aspect of our lives. It often feels as if a fog is lifted as the toxic burden on our brain begins to ease. We start to experience greater mental clarity and focus. Our thoughts become sharper, decisions come more easily, and we feel a renewed sense of engagement with other people and the world around us. Our energy levels begin to rise, and with that comes a deeper sense of vitality and emotional resilience. As our gut heals and our body regains access to its life force, we often find ourselves better able to handle stress without becoming overwhelmed or depleted. As our immune and digestive systems become more vital, our body no longer has to fight off the constant assault of toxins leaking from the gut. Digestion becomes more efficient, nutrients are more readily absorbed, and symptoms like food sensitivities, bloating, and discomfort begin to fade. As inflammation decreases and our endocrine system begins to stabilize, we start to shed excess visceral fat. We find it easier to lose weight, experience fewer cravings, and notice that our energy stays more steady throughout the day. And perhaps most importantly, clearing our gut makes it easier for us to feel and digest the imprints of our lived experiences and the emotions attached to them that have been stored within our body. We become more grounded, more self aware, and begin to feel a deeper sense of presence and well being. While diet plays an important role in cultivating gut health, it's only one piece of the equation. There are also a number of body-based practices and therapeutic interventions that are critical to address the underlying stagnation, especially when it comes to processing stored emotion and trauma. One of the most essential practices is learning to center your awareness in the middle of your intestines. Begin by becoming aware of any physical sensations or feelings that arise in this region. Then immerse yourself in what you're feeling, breathing from the depths of the sensation. Stay with it. Follow the progression of feeling and sensation as it evolves. These are the deeper currents that need to be acknowledged and digested. While meditation apps and social media have popularized 10, 15, or 20-minute practices, which are certainly better than nothing, the reality is that the depth of healing most of us need requires something more. We're contending with ever-shortening attention spans and chronic emotional avoidance. But consistent, focused practice of an hour or more will take us much deeper and deliver far more powerful results. I want to thank you for joining me here, listening to what I have to share. And if you haven't already done so, do look below, click like and subscribe, and do share this video with anyone that you feel will benefit from the insights that I've shared today. Now, having trained with a traditional Native American doctor, a medicine man from the Kiowa tribe, I work as a conduit, as indigenous healers have done for thousands of years, allowing an extraordinarily powerful presence to work through me to heal mind and body. During the individual sessions, this presence facilitates the healing of digestive conditions such as ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, and other forms of digestive distress. The undigestive residue, traumas and sensory impressions of other lived experiences, and the emotions tied to them that have been stored in the gut are transformed so they can be thoroughly digested and utilized as fuel for growth. Further cleansing takes place as physical toxins, such as those resulting from poor dietary choices, medications, and other environmental exposures, are also cleared from the system. As the digestive tract and other visceral organs awaken, becoming more vital, you experience a deepening self-awareness, along with greater aliveness, emotional resilience, and a felt sense of presence that begins to pervade every aspect of your life. Message me directly or call 332-333-5155 if you feel called to work together on improving your gut and overall health.